Now let us consider a simple web page. This web page has certain headings, some links, some paragraphs, some lists, ordered and unordered. Now let us apply some styles to the body element of this web page and try to find out what properties are inheritable and what properties are not. So I'll just select the body element and now I'll apply some styles to this body element. First I'll apply color. Let me set the color to green. Now we can notice that all the elements, the headings, paragraphs, lists, even the HR element has been assigned the color green. We can notice that the links are still blue, but that is because of the default coloring of the links. So it is actually safe to say that all the elements under the in the HTML page have inherited this property color. Now let us assign some other property to this web page, that is letter spacing. Let me set a letter spacing of 4 pixels. Even for the letter spacing, we can notice that it has been applied to all the elements, the headings, links, paragraphs, the lists, etc. Everything have inherited this letter spacing property. This property has been assigned to the body element, but by default it has cascaded down to all the child elements. Now let me add another property, border. Let me set a solid border, 2 pixels in size and with the color coral. Now if we notice, the border has been applied only to the body. It has not been applied to individual elements inside the body. So I can conclude that the border property is not inheritable. Whatever property I apply is applied to that element only, but not to the child elements. Because we can notice that individual elements inside the body have not received their own border, whereas color had been inherited to all the elements inside the body. Let me add another property, say margin. So I'll set a margin of 40 pixels. Even the margin element, if you notice, has been applied only to the body element. This is the thing about inheritance. There are certain properties such as font styling, text styling, colors, etc. which are inheritable, and certain properties, especially the sizing and layout properties, which are not inheritable by the child elements. But what if I want to inherit all these properties from the parent element to the child element? For this, we have a special value that can be assigned for the properties called as inherit. Now let me add a new style rule. So I'll say body space star. So this new style rule will be applied to all the elements that are the descendants of the body element. So I'll say border colon inherit. So now you can see that we have forcibly inherited the border property which has been applied to the body element. By default, border is not inheritable, but if you want to inherit this property, set the border to inherit. Similarly, margin, let me set the property to inherit to margin as well. Now you can see that each individual element inside the body has got its own margin. This is how inherit works.